And we are live. And for the record, it's all Alkazair's fault that we are late.
Yeah, it's my fault.
I lied. It's not. Chad, I'm a liar.
I am gonna stream some art. I want to do an Amarga getting attacked by a critter.
That's beautiful. I can't wait for it. Oh, they got ads? How did they get ads?
Oh no.
I had mid-roll set to manual. Okay, whatever. That's alright. Hello everybody. Laughing Devil, Phantom Core, Sad Podcast, Salmon, Blake Boldia, Drome, Dino Hunter, Rippy, Tuatara. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the newest rendition of the podcast. I have the lovely guest Alkazair here. Alkazair is a fellow content creator, a wonderful artist, and Alkazair today wanted to talk about something that's just near and dear to their heart, something that they're so passionate about. They just love this aspect of the game. It's literally their favorite thing.
Ooh, I would not say passionate. Well, I guess passionate is good and bad sides, but I think out of this whole game, everything that makes me the most angry is critters. Not mega packs, not mix packs, it's the critters.
It's the damn critters.
What's that, 20 T-Rexes? No, it's fine.
So,
One AI?
Death. So, Alkazair, do you like lungfish?
Is it a critter? Then I don't like it. No.
Oh my god. Wow. Hey, chat, don't be dissing on Alk, okay? Okay. Alk's great. I don't know them personally, but I will vouch for them.
I'm just a little quiet bird.
Alk lives in Backerville, so that means that their opinions must be objectively correct on everything,
No.
right?
No, I'm so opinionated. I don't know. I just feel like there's so much more they could do with AI. Instead of just being hyper aggro.
You said you wanted to talk about the curse. Did you ever write down any of the talking points you wanted to go over, or are we just gonna kind of ad lib this?
Oh, I'm just gonna ad lib this.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Well, why don't we start with what your least favorite thing about critters is at the moment of their limited function.
I know there's not much hope for this, but I play stealthy, and I love hiding in my bushes. I love my camo. There's like a certain sense of security I get when I'm hiding in bushes, and the amount of time I've heard and I get bit by something because it somehow saw me over the intelligent player, it makes me so mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
so
they have
right, because they've got the
ESP,
auto detection with it. Like
yeah,
if you enter their aggro range, they immediately laser onto your location.
Right, and it like I've been caught hiding through the bushes waiting to stalk on someone, and an AI critter goes ah, runs away, runs back, and goes ah.
Oh yeah, I really don't like it when that happens too, because it's basically just like setting off an alarm bell, telling everything in the vicinity where I'm sitting.
Right. I mean, it could be cool, but I mean, it would be hard to program.
I think if there was a specific critter that had that behavioral tendency to like come up and approach you and like get just outside of your attack range and stand there and then just make a bunch of noise, that could be interesting, because then it would be like, because specific critters show up in specific biomes and they don't really overlap too terribly much. And so it would allow critters to kind of turn into a part of the biome and a hazard in their own right, in that sense, where like certain POIs, maybe like say take Dryfang for example, maybe like the Didelphodons are particularly obnoxious when you're trying to like hide. And maybe that's just something about Dryfang that makes it bad for stealthing around, and you just have to use mobility and use the various rock formations and plateaus to have line of sight be your stealth rather than just sitting and hiding in one spot. You know, maybe they could make some dynamic interactions there.
Yeah, I feel like there's just so much more they could do with them. I know for World of Warcraft, and I hate to always go back to World of Warcraft because you're.
Oh, you play World of Warcraft?
I used to. I got a big brain and stopped playing.
Okay.
More recent expansions, but
I've played MMOs in my life as well. I've got a pretty lengthy list of MMOs I've dabbled in. I used to play.
Right.
So obviously my first MMO ever was Wizard 101.
Oh.
Love that game. I still go back to it sometimes, if I'm being completely honest, just for nostalgia's sake, and because it's got a cute art style. And I'm a nerd and I like cards, but I've also played Pirate 101, EVE Online. I dabbled in Vindictus a little bit. Obviously I played Path. I played Destiny 2.
I didn't play Destiny 1. I did play Destiny 2.
Yeah, that's true of a lot of people that participated with Destiny. Actually, there's a much larger player base for the second game than the first. But so I've got a bit of MMO background, so I will be able to follow along with the lingo, just as a heads up.
Right. Oh, good. So did you play during Battle for Azeroth with World of Warcraft?
I've never touched World of Warcraft.
Oh, okay. I guess
just have
for some
MMO
context,
experience, but
right.
Yeah.
I guess World of Warcraft for the most part had somewhat basic AI. It was just I aggro, I attack, I use skills, and occasionally you'd run into a humanoid that runs.
Yeah.
But in Battle for Azeroth, they did what they called island expeditions, and they had like beefed up AI for this one rogue character that they wanted to look as human as possible, and they made it like jump around and do little spazoid things, and it focused healers, and it was kind of interesting. But island expeditions are kind of considered a big bust. So it kind of makes me worried that like all the amount of time that they want to spend on AI, I don't think it's gonna bring much fulfillment to the game. That's what I'm worried about. So it's like a tightrope offering advice for making critters more interesting versus the development time and development money. It's like a tightrope.
That's true, yeah. I mean, we can always talk about what we would like to see, but they might not be able to implement that right away, and it might not launch with that because maybe they're already so far down the development cycle that it's like going back would just delay it further, and maybe they just...
Right.
But at the same time, like, following with that, there's nothing stopping them from noting down our feedback now, and then finishing their current development cycle, and then shipping it, and then if there's critiques or issues with it, they can always double back to that list of feedback later and be like, was the community cooking?
Right. I know, it's I don't know, I just see AI more of an opportunity to curve certain player behaviors instead of it just being a feature.
I mean, it could,
for example,
hopefully it could be both, right? That's the hope.
Yeah, right. So like something that me and Blake were tossing around were the idea of little pestilent bats, or little tiny pterosaurs that could spawn in an area that was hot. maybe once you reach, I don't know, like 14, 15 players, they would just spawn and start consuming everything. Yeah, like a plague virus.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's say, for example, 15 players are in a hot zone. They consume everything and they give off the ramp flag. Makes you a little bit hungrier. It might discourage people from swarming one particular area. Maybe spread out a little bit.
Yeah.
And per person you go over that 15-person limit, it might increase the severity of that debuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, something as simple as that would be, to me, just an idea of getting people out of mud flats.
That would certainly be a way to do it.
Right. Instead of hyper aggro little dinos. Yeah, and I guess you'd have to tone it down for solo matchmaking, because obviously
Holy
it's not going to be the
parched scales dry Suko is fast. What the fuck?
same. What did you just chase down?
A baby aloe.
Oh,
I'm not used to this kind of power. I normally play Spino. I see an adolescent anything, and I'm like, fuck, I'm too fat. I can't go after it.
right. Is Stingray buff still bugged?
Stingray buff? What does Stingray buff do?
It's supposed to give you 5% water speed, but it's bugged to where it gives you 5%.
Oh, you mean the manta rays?
Yeah, manta ray. What did I say? Stingray?
Yeah, you said Stingray. Stingrays give you poison
Yeah.
heal.
Yeah, the manta ray. Yikes.
Yeah, I think mantas are still bugged.
Right? I think if you do that and ramps fishy breath, it's like extra speed, faster than a concave.
Man, I cannot believe all these solo servers I queue into are always like less than 30 minutes from resetting. That's crazy. But, oh well. It's okay. I can server hop later.
Right. I think, to go back to the critter thing, didn't Matt suggest...
Flying critters outside of home caves to prevent home cave campers?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Brilliant
See,
idea.
I'm fine with that. That makes sense. And let's curve the behavior.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that I'm picking up on from like your suggestions and what we're talking about is that like I think the biggest issue is that critters at the moment don't serve a purpose outside of being something to kill for blue quests and also being something that can attack you in certain situations like with alpha critters and such.
Right. Because I guess the hyper aggroness can work in certain situations, but having it all the time,
Yeah.
it's frustrating. Flying critters would be annoying with that.
Come here, baby boy. Come here. Come here. I only have so much stamina. I can't chase you forever. You know that. Do we want to get into alpha critters since it came up?
I mean, it's all critters, really. I mean, yeah. We could go into it if you have any ideas.
Well,
Or anything
so I think
about 'em.
we can. I think the important thing is that like before we go talk about suggestions, I think we need to lay out what key pain points there are with critters and how you interact with them in combat. In terms of like how fighting them actually works, because from my understanding, they seem to only care about how many times they get hit, rather than how much damage they're taking.
Right.
With the only slider on that being combat weight. Because like I've fought alpha dynamos on my Spino, and I can kill them in like 15 or so odd hits at least. You know, like I can kill them before they kill me, even though they almost kill me, right? But like you take a Deinonychus for example, and you're spending like 5 minutes fighting the damn thing.
Right.
Because your combat weight's lower. And I don't know what the formulas are for that, and I wish I had had the time before this to take a playable of each slot size up against an Alpha Dynamo and like see how long, like how many hits it took each of them to kill it. Just because like I don't think that's a very good way of going about it, because it means that the more spammable your attacks are, the better you are at hunting critters, and that's that. And like any builds that have heavy hitting attacks with long cooldowns that are quote unquote good for PvP, like take Spino's Snap Drenched build for example, like you're never doing a Stirring Den. Like good luck.
Right. I hope you get some trample in there.
Yeah, like, and even then the trample hardly helps, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there's a cooldown on it.
There's a yeah, for whatever reason, against critters, there's a cooldown on trample, even though they love to go standing literally at your feet, which is another issue, is, like, bigger dinos struggle against critters because the critters go underneath their torso, straight to their ankle.
Yeah.
And then there's the fact that critters ignore hit zone multipliers, and, like, so if you're getting bit on the tail, it counts for the same amount of damage as if you got hit on the face, and so... like, that's especially painful, like, with Spino. Like, if an Alpha Dynamo is right behind you, and its head's angled upwards, and it's biting into your tail, and you're just, like, at max bleed after 3 bites, like, what are you supposed to do about that, you know?
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like I've ever walked away from a critter encounter and said, wow, I feel really fulfilled from that.
Critters were a big reason I ran Claw Slam on Spino for so long.
Oh, shit.
Like, I'm not kidding. Just pummel them into the dirt and they're gone. Not my problem anymore.
Right. Yeah.
So, there's also the aspect of critters in that they are immune to all statuses.
Right? Yeah, you can't knock them back.
You can't knock them back. No bleed, no venom, no poison, no fracture, no daze, nothing. None of it works on them. Which, considering the state they're in at the moment, like with alphas and such, there's a lot of playables that rely a lot on those sort of crowd control effects from status ailments in order to perform well. I mean, for God's sake, look at Miragaya, right? Or Amarga. Like, they depend on stuff that's not damage to do well. So, like, what are they supposed to do? Well, what they do is they struggle. That's what they do.
Right. Let's take this thing that makes you unique and break it completely.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. And that kind of, I know they're using the AI for critters as a framework to work on actual dino AI. And if they're going to behave like critters, that does not sound fun.
Well, Matt confirmed that they're not going to behave like critters. He wants them to behave more like players. Which would mean, like, actual dynamic movement and ability usage and other such stuff. I don't think I'm going to be able to log out here.
I mean, movement-wise,
I can see, like... I can. Don't you just love finding a melanistic group in a POI on solo servers? It's my favorite. It's my actual favorite. Just watched a Mela Titan walking with a Mela Aloe towards Home Cave.
Oh, shit.
Hunya, I know Miragaya destroys critters with Tail Barrage when it's older. I'm talking about when it's growing. And it only has the 1 3-second cooldown attack. Or Amarga being too tall to actually hit critters that are underneath its tail.
Honestly, I would prefer teabagging AI over the state that it is right now.
Teabagging AI would be peak, honestly. So AI dinos are supposed to, I guess, fill this combat void, right, for PvE content that critters are
Right.
currently occupying with their very bare minimum implementation, which I think it's important that we all recognize that critters are a MVP feature in that they are a minimum viable product. Right? Like
Oh, yeah.
they're
Uh-huh.
very like it functions and that's the most we get out of it.
Yeah. I mean, your stream the other day with Matt, with him talking about AI getting changed, that was pretty hopeful. I've heard in the past where people try to give feedback and they get the the response, "Nope, it's completed, it's done, we're not changing it," and it kind of brings no hope. But yeah, y'all's last VC kind of brought light to that, so it's good.
Yeah. So if AI dinos are going to fill the combat void that critters are, I guess I should say that alpha critters are currently trying to occupy and doing a really bad job of. What are some things we think critters could or should do instead?
Right? I mean, for critters, honestly, it would be just
Outside of
That's
just
right.
being
Spot of the one.
the carnivore equivalent of berry bushes.
It just behavior curving tools, in my opinion. I mean, don't get me wrong, the burrows, digging up the dens, that's great. I'm fine with those being hyper aggro.
I especially enjoy the fact that when a group activates a den, only those group members can damage that den. And so if you really want to, you can use it like a landmine.
Right?
Set it off and run away, and all the critters just come piling out.
Right. No, that I'm fine with it. Occasionally having a burrow pop up from its own den to defend it, fine, okay? At least you hear the digging up and it comes up and you hear it. But being stalking through the woods and just having a critter break your stealth is annoying. Having it just keep coming back over and over, and the hyper aggroness. Ooh.
I wonder how well Dry Suko does into Aloe.
Oh shit.
I guess we're gonna find out, aren't we?
Oh, that poor Suko.
Oh.
Or, I'm sorry, poor Aloe. He's donezo. Sea Gloss, you got a good idea. Letting pterosaurs clean your teeth for a buff. Even if you had AI that gave you plagues, that would be cool. Stay away from the critter. Clear out the population to get rid of the plague. I'm just reading off comments from your chats. You're good. I know you're focusing.
Well, I got intercepted by a Latin. And now there's a Miragaia and another Aloe in the area. So, anyway, I'm just trotting and sprinting around.
You're all good.
Player behavior curving means what to do with alpha dynamos and dynamos
Right.
and gonyos, like
I mean, you could do something as silly as if somebody's spam calling too much.
Alpha critters converge on their location.
Challenge them for Apex.
Yeah, that could work.
I mean, your altars. You could go there and start a boss battle with a critter or something.
Imp suggesting nest raiding, pests and home caves to clean out as a quest. Or potentially a PvE system that interacts with itself.
Solar power, no.
Morcrom, welcome to the chat. We're talking about critters. We don't like certain things about them, and we want them to be better in the future, but we're admittedly kind of drawing blanks on ideas on what to do with them once AI dinos get implemented, outside of just being quest targets, because I think it would be kind of disappointing if they just stayed as, like, killable fodder for collect quests.
Yeah.
Like,
so
I think there were, like, I wish there was a little bit more behavioral distinction with those.
Yeah, so far we're looking at what? Teabagging, home cave protection.
I wonder if I can catch this baby Rex.
Packing.
I think I can.
Right. Morcrom, I I keep saying that Microraptor needs to be like a summoner. Store up alpha critters in its pocket and just summon them when it needs them.
Okay, Miragaia. Okay. Alright. I have to go sit in the water now. Imagine having to go use the water as a dry Suko. Man, this thing's terrible. It's okay.
Oh my
We'll
gosh.
live.
You're swimming so slow.
So, I think... What is this Miragaia doing? It's eating. That's what it's doing. Someone mentioned taming critters.
Yeah, as a Microraptor. Just befriend them and summon them at your will. Put them in your pocket.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm pulling up a reference for my drawing.
You're good.
Oh, I've heard that for a long time. The AI critter pet in your home cave. That would be cute. Go around, collect rare skins or something for AI critters.
Let's see if we can do something here. I will take any meal, to be honest, so maybe this aloe's worth chasing down. It's got a lot of venom on it, so I can probably kill this thing. You're not catching me, Mira. It's not happening. Watch this. Watch this. It's really funny. It's this thing called water. Do you like water? I like water. Cool. Well, I'm gonna sit here and heal. GG's Rippy. I didn't realize that was your aloe.
Oh.
Man, people are gonna join this stream and be like, what's with all the freaking grass? What's with all these bushes? I can't see anything.
Stealth. Only an AI can see it. Or see through it, excuse me.
I know, right? I do definitely think that the critters need to have behavioral differences. Like, certain species should just be non-aggressive and run away, unless you approach, like, a baby or something. Others should be hyper-territorial, but stick to a specific area, and then you should have some that, like, actually prowl around and hunt. Because, like, right now, all critters are kind of tied inside of a radius from where they spawned. But, like, if it's going to feel like an ecosystem, they got to behave different.
Yeah, instead of all of them just being the same and hyper aggro. Ooh, one does bone break. Ooh, this one bleeds.
Yeah, outside of just status ailments, right? Like, I wonder if they were considering making Sarko the summoner.
Oh, Sarko?
Can you imagine if it could summon aggressive Gonyos?
Oh, Lord.
Just summons little fracture minions? I mean, let's be real. Alphagonios are the Mega Croc Sarko used to be. Like, I think they take somewhere in the ballpark of like 20 hits from an Apex to kill. Like, I'm pretty sure you genuinely can't face tank them. I think they just kill you. Which is hilarious, because if they get like 3 or 4 bites on you, you're at 99 fracture and you can't leave, ever. Like, you just die.
Right. Fracture and Oxybite. Yuck.
Yeah, icky.
No, delete that person. Get him banned. I'm just kidding. Don't give Matt any ideas, please.
Oh, it's too late. He's probably already thought of it. Do you know what goes on in that sick and twisted mind?
I don't want to know.
That man might as well be the devil. I like him. He's cool, but he might as well be the devil.
I do like it when he spawns AI on people in mass.
He didn't tell me he was in my stream at one point, and I was roaming around on my Spino, just doing, I can't remember which stream this was. All of a sudden, an armada of Alphagonios surround my Spino, cripple it, bring it to death scars, and then disappear.
Oh my god.
And I just, like, had one of those look into the camera moments where I was like, hi, Matt. And he just responds in the chat. I was like, how you doing? He's like, I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. And I'm like, you evil son of a bitch.
Oh my god. I think I've only had 2 times where AI was summoned on me.
What is with this Miragaya, bro? Why is it camping me? Why are you still here? Do you not have better things to do? Sir. Sir, I just want to go eat food. I just want to eat food. And get my 6th heart.
Right, no joy for you.
What an angry creature. So, flying critters are expected to come. I'm worried. Okay, I say worried. I'm not really worried, but I suspect that they're going to have the same basic programming that terrestrial critters have and aquatic critters. In that they're just going to be, like, hyper aggressive, but I hope that that's not the case. I kind of hope that flying critters roll out with the behavior adjustments to critters that they want to do in preparation for the release of AI dinos. I just don't know what that's going to look like. Oh, is the Allo body gone already?
Did he chunk it?
Maybe. I got 2 whole chunks off of that thing, and I finished it off for it. It should be thanking me.
Oh man, I could just imagine how shitty the critter AI is gonna be. Oh, heat seeking. Like, oh, I hate drawing comparisons to the Isle, but I was like, several months ago, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go play the Isle. And I loaded up a pterodon, flew over lake, got a fish, and I got swarmed by a bunch of the bat things.
Did I just have a Miragaya try to ambush me? What the actual hell is going on right now? Who is this person? What are these servers? How does it feel to play the Superior Spinosaurid? I don't know about Superior, but it's fine. I am not a Suko enjoyer myself. I've been told.
I think my biggest problem is about slides. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean.
No, you're fine. I was just gonna say I've been told that dry Suko has a lot of group potential, but.
Oh no! Somebody summon Matt.
Somebody summon Matt?
What you said.
No. What? Oh, I'm cooked now. He's never gonna talk to me again, chat.
Oxybite critters, here we go.
Matt, I said that you have a brilliant, wonderful mind, and only good things come when you arrive. I totally did not bring up the fact that you jumped me with Alphagonios several times, or anything. I didn't try insinuating that there is a darkness in your heart that comes out whenever you get that spawn critter command typed into your text bar.
I think you were streaming the other day, and he summoned a bunch of shit, and it just annihilated something in Mud Flats.
Yeah, it did. It was really funny. It was funny because it wasn't happening to me, right? That was the funny part. It normally happens to me. Man. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do with critters? Oh, great! Now they're.
You can't get Matt in here and get him to talk about what plans they got.
Oh, I mean, he might say something in chat. I don't think he wants to talk because he's worried I'm gonna tell him he's too quiet again.
Oh, he's gotta focus.
When I went and I listened to that back, and it was really funny hearing it because of how like out of sync with the context of the situation I was, because there was like 3 birds spam broadcasting with a bunch of there was just so much shit going on. Like no one could think clearly in all that mess. I think I almost wonder if Matt had his game volume at 0 with how he was able to just like soldier through all of it.
He autopiloted and alt-tabbed out. I think it was went God mode.
Yeah, dude was just on my side. Oh my god, did you hear his reaction when he got clamped?
I did.
He was just, oh. Like, what
What's
even?
this peasant doing?
I've been grabbed by a Sarco. Oh my god.
That Sarco thought.
Oh my god. And then he just like gets out, calmly pounds his back on, and while I continue getting mauled by everything in the immediate vicinity, doesn't even pop plotting whispers, just sits there.
Right.
I found the baby Rex again.
Ramp could summon big giant terrestrial, or I'm sorry, not terrestrial, geez, giant flying AI. The spamming one call.
Yeah. Yeah. Peak. Honestly, it would be peak. Come here, baby Rexy. Suko's the real baby killer this time. I will run you down. I'm faster. Come here. I needed that food so bad. He's gonna. I hope Matt doesn't DM me, and with like, you know, that really hurt my feelings, because I'm gonna feel so bad.
Aww.
I'm gonna feel so bad if I actually offended him. But at the same time, I know that if he did do that, it would be entirely as a bit, and he would be doing it to fuck with me, because he is a colossal troll in like the best kind of way. what kind of critters are we like lacking? Do you think like that? Like what kind of niches in an ecosystem outside of just generic player behavior stuff do you think that they can
Honestly,
fill?
I want to see plagues. I want to see overpacking plagues. I want to see people lose their shit and be like, we gotta spread out. You can't be giving me this diarrhea.
This Hats just keeps wing beating this Mira and not actually like hurting it.
Are they trying to get it to take a little bit of fall damage?
I don't know. But I'm getting bites in. And I just gotta hope that it's enough. Oh my god, it's dead.
Hidden wing peak now.
Alright. That Hats is gonna take a while to heal. Which works in my favor. Oh my god. Watching my Suko jitter with all this paralysis is just so depressing. Alright. So we want plagues. What else do we want? Oh, I got my eyeball. How about that?
We could get some jump scares.
Do you think there should be specifically ambusher critters?
I mean, there's some pretty good spots around the map that could have scripted AI that just jumps out, or maybe like a flock of little pterosaurs that fly out of the tree as soon as you walk by it. And we had that time in the swamp where the flies were like buzzing in your ear, and a lot of people like freaked out over that.
Yeah. I'm thinking like I kind of wish like I like what the aquatic critters were doing when they first got implemented, when they were like hiding in the water, and then if they were big enough to like attack you, you'd come up to the water's edge and then they would jump you, or they'd be hiding on the surface, you'd go to swim across, and then they'd come and harass you, because it brought back that fear of water that was really missing with an absence of Sarcos. Like, I feel like that implementation, even though it was still with like the basic AI, I think that implementation was really beneficial to the overall experience. Even if it was, even if Alphagonias are a little bit overtuned.
Right, just start drinking and have one of those salamanders come out and go, huh!
Yeah.
Scare you.
Yeah,
Get
exactly.
your gizzard going.
Yeah. For sure. And then sometimes you'd be weak, and you would be like, do I risk it? Do I go get a drink? Like, maybe there's not a Sarco, but there might be a critter in there.
Right. I just want to see a reason why a critter would interact with the player other than just hyper aggro. That would do it for me.
Can confirm the hats is simply annoying. So, I don't know if you know this. Did you know that Hatz's Wing Beat doesn't actually have a knockback value that it puts on you? It has a spot, like a predetermined distance away from the hats that it will push you to, depending on how close or far you are from it. So, no matter how far you are from the hats, by the time you are done receiving the knockback from the Wing Beat, you'll always end up the same exact distance from it every time.
Oh.
Which is why like the knockback value on it reading as 4 seems so confusing, despite the fact that it seems to send you half a kilometer. Because the knockback value is variable based on how close you are to the hats.
Okay, I think that makes sense.
Blight actually is he's the one that like figured it out and posted it on his he made a video talking about how AoE works, and Hatz's Wing Beat was included in that. And he's got like a side-by-side top-down view comparing a TT getting pushed by a Hat's Wing Beat from 2 different distances, and they both end up in the exact same spot.
Ah.
I wonder how they're going to balance status ailments against critters, because like with Daze and Fracture, we have these immunity periods after you've been inflicted by some of these like these more powerful status ailments. And I know in a lot of MMOs like that'll be the case for that's a dead hats. Okay. Like hard crowd control will often be weaker in PvP and have like immunity periods or resistances or reduced effect, whereas in PvE it won't have those problems. So I'm curious to see if like Bone Break, like old Bone Break comes back, but just for against AI dinos. You know, where like if you get the full Bone Snap on an AI dino and the Rex can just like maintain it by cycling Bone Snap, and like they just have full Fracture the entire time. Or if like dazing impacts and dazing bellows on like Anno, Bars, Spino, and Hats actually matters in PvE content, because like, you know, CC windows where like you go in, you stun, you back out, you go in, you stun again, you back out. And I almost wonder if they'd be able to get away with making AI a little bit stronger to compensate for like our tools against them getting stronger, to make like a more proper PvE experience. Because a lot of MMOs, like PvE is usually using a bunch of really strong buffs and group coordination to punch well above your weight class, right? Like you're fighting bosses, enemies are tough, right? And you have to use all of your abilities and all these tools to give yourself the upper edge against the stat wall and kill them. And I kind of want to see them bring that back. Or not back, but I want to see that sort of PvE experience get implemented.
Right,
where you,
strategy.
Yeah, you have to have strategy, coordination. There's like, because they said they wanted abilities to be chosen intentionally for PvE, right? That there would be PvP bound, like abilities that are good for PvP and then abilities that are good for PvE. And I almost wonder if that's why.
Right. Can Matt confirm we're getting dungeons? Maybe that's what your shrine locations are.
Maybe it is. Maybe my shrine
I'm kidding.
conspiracy. He did say he'd like to. I mean, that they talked about wanting to do stuff like that. We can't confirm those things are coming, but they want to do stuff like it at least, which could be cool. Probably, I can't even say could be. It will be cool if they do it, honestly. But
It would be pretty cool, not gonna lie.
what would a dungeon in Path of Titans even look like? Because like, my first thought was, oh no, I hope it's not like the caves in Ark.
Right. I mean, I wonder if it'd have to be instanced, like World of Warcraft, because you don't want to have it. You don't want to have it out in the world because people would just own the area and take control of it, and nobody else would get the benefit. But instancing will take you away from PvP, so it's a tough one to balance.
Area bosses that groups have to fight over getting the rewards from would be cool. Is this Iggy about to do that which is most frowned upon and diabolical? Is it about to cliff camp me? How does a dry Suko with no stacks of... Oh, it has charge. Okay. That hurt a little bit. That actually hurt a lot of it. Ooh, back kick. Okay.
Like Primal. Primal was a good show.
Oh, the mirror guy is coming back. Oh, great. Wunderbar. This mirror guy is coming in to steal my frickin' kill. Alright. Iggy's dead.
Oh boy.
I think I did a good job of that. I hope that the... it just spit on the Iggy?
Oh.
The disrespect! I've never seen a mirror guy with so much attitude. That's terrifying. Wow. Suko mains, I hope you're proud of me. I feel like I handled that fairly well.
Yeah. I have one Suko main that I'm sure he'll be proud of you.
Dry Suko v Iggy. Oh, it was... Oh, GG's Tyrant. I guess I should have known from it being a charge, Iggy, that it was you. Mirror ruined the 1v1. I mean, it turned into a 1v1v1, so like... Officials be officialing. Tyrant, how low did I get you before the mirror showed up? Maybe Suko's just coming naturally to me because it's got that Spinosaurid head length. It's got that range, you can kind of space with it. What's your favorite critter to kill? Like, what do you get the most... Yeah, what do you get the most satisfaction out of killing?
Trout, Arapaima.
Those aren't critters.
Like, I actually get something when I kill them. Like, I get buffs. And
you don't kill something like an Alpha Dynamo without getting hit and go like, yeah, fuck you, eat shit and die. You don't.
I mean, I'll run by something and I'll stomp it on purpose just because I'm out of a fit of rage. But no, it's the AI fish are like more enticing to me than normal AI.
That tracks. That tracks. Yeah.
What about you? You mostly Dynamo?
Well, I really enjoy baiting the very kill-hungry Alpha Dynamos into the water because they suck at swimming. And then I just kind of, like, drift away from them on my Spino and just, like, strafe them and land drive-by hits on them, and they can't do anything about it. Like, they can't fight back, they can't hit me.
Other than, like, exploiting their silly, goofy AI and haha funny Matt coming in and acting like God, have you ever had, like, an encounter that just stood out to you and you remember it for the forever and for always and pull that memory out and say, oh, I really enjoyed that time?
Yeah.
Do you?
I mean, not when critters are involved, but...
Yeah, I think that's where I'm getting at.
I mean, okay, to be fair, going to Mudflats and freaking out because my PC's frames were tanking and there was just dust clouds everywhere and, like the Alpha Critter army had invaded and the server was, like, having a stroke almost. That was pretty funny.
Right. See, I can see that. Me and Blake were playing something on Pangera, and I don't know who did it, but somebody spawned an alpha snake directly above us and, like, flopped onto us.
Pocket snake!
Uh-huh.
Come here, little aloe, I'm hungry.
Is that the same aloe?
Maybe? It's bigger now. gonna try to put up a fight. It's gonna lose. That's right, go uphill. Come on, go uphill. Please. Please go uphill. There we go. Food. Chat likes killing Siles. Which is fair. How's your drawing coming along? I'm gonna come check on it.
Oh, I've been like...
Oh. Yeah. It's so fat. I love it.
It's hard because, an old WoW player, I always have push to talk. Push to talk is my control button, and if I talk and try to draw, it does stuff to my, to my thing. So I have to like talk then stops and talk then stops so I can draw.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fucking dynamo. Whoops.
I'm gonna be real. I am not hating dry Suko with parched.
Right?
I'm actually kind of enjoying it. Is that weird?
It's the speed. How fast does dry Suko get up to?
Oh, that's a great question. I don't know. Is it 11? It's not 11:25, is it?
Oh, what?
Hold on,
Is
hold
it getting
on.
late?
No, I mean like the speed value 11:25.
Oh.
It's not. There's no way it's that. Let me hold on. I'm pulling up the values. Okay, sprint speed. Base sprint speed on Suchomimus is 950, and parched gives it a. It just says sprint faster while on land. Doesn't say by how much. I love it when abilities don't tell you what they do.
Right. Next stream, let's talk about how to change icons. Or change their descriptions.
Wiki says 8% faster. Which if you multiply that by 950, it's 1026. According to my calculator. But chat is telling me 1024.
You're a fast boy.
Which, that is pretty wicked fast. For a 4-slotter, that's wicked fast. I think with Dry Suko, you just gotta be really careful about the fights you pick. I think solo servers are probably doing it a lot more favors than regular officials are. Since it has the ability to be picky.
Right.
But I'm not liking this hunger drain. This thing gets hungry. And that bothers me, because it already has a really bad heal rate. So having bad healing and getting hungry quick is not the most exciting thing in the world.
My, my dog is very upset with me.
Speaking of alpha critters, let's see how Dry Suko does against this Alpha Wanambi. Oh, okay, I can't reach quite that far. Looks like we're just going to be doing the tried and true tail attacking. What's a feature, like, what's an AI, like a AI PvE whatever feature that you've wanted to see added?
Honestly, it would be cool if they made it to where there were big alpha critters that you killed and took a trophy back to your cave, and you could play for one lifetime that critter.
Also, chat, for the record, I am running Hyper Carnivore, and this thing still gets hungry fast, but you also need to understand, I'm used to Spino's stomach, which, if I recall correctly, it actually takes like an hour and 15 minutes for Spino to start starving with Fisher diet. An hour and 15 is what the prophets tell me.
The prophets.
The prophets. Yes, the prophets. And I run Hypercarny on Spino, so like, you know, I can go a good long while without eating anything. But Suko's so needy. It demands things of me, and I don't like that.
Never play Scav Packy. Why is that gloss?
Because Scav used to increase your drain rates. It doesn't anymore, though.
Oh.
Oh, okay, this could actually be an interesting fight. Hold on. That's a Stego. Speaking of critters that, or speaking of playables that don't do well against critters, a Stego. Am I right?
Right.
I feel like the tail-based playables, like, really good in PvP, notoriously bad in PvE. Alright, I'm not quite full health, but I'm not about to just let this opportunity slide. So here we go. Stego it is, baby. During daytime.
I believe in you.
Dry Suko v Stego. Oh, it's a wet Stego.
What Stego?
Evil. Evil. I hope it's not a... I really hope it's not a Stego that knows what it's doing. Oh, the hats I killed earlier is back. It's not going to be happy with me. I wonder if it's going to wing beat me into this guy's tail. Just got to count on the trot. Trust in the trot. Ooh, okay. That was not the best. The Stego's doing the smart thing, and it's not walking directly away from me. It's letting me stay kind of in front of it. Which... Just nibble those Thagamizers. Stegos love it when you do that.
Right. How do you think Stego's gonna play when he gets its TLC?
I hope it plays more like a tank, but we'll see. Oh,
There's like
shit.
a-
Nope, 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 nope. This is a whole lot of nope. The Mira guy is back. God, I was doing so well. Crap. I can't get a single good 1v1 because of this frickin' Miragaia. This thing is relentless, y'all. Yeah, it's chasing me, guys. This is, lovely.
R.I.P.
I don't know. Maybe I can just keep tail attacking it while running uphill, and it'll just let me do it. I mean, it's letting me do it, so, like, who knows? There's some venom. Come on, Mira. Come on, Mr. Defensive Playable. Play aggressive again. Come on. Let me hit you in the face with my tail again. I think the Stego's coming out. Damn it. Okay. We'll get this status off. We'll go back at it. I'm confident that I can kill the Stego at half, like while I'm at half.
Right.
Because I've been able to go without getting hit by a body shot so far. But that Miragaia is gonna cause me problems. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, there's the venom gone. Alright. We can try this again. Here comes the Mira. Okay, the Mira's low. Now I just need to run it down. Okay, and I can't do that with this Stego hauling my ass. Okay. Wow, Mira swapped to Toxin while it laid down. That's evil. Holy moly, I am so glad ability swapping is going away. This Stego's gonna actually outstand me. Like, I'm cooked here, chat. Wow. Wow.
No.
That's so unfortunate. Using Venom until you get your opponent low, walking away, swapping to Toxin, and coming to finish them off. That's the type of solo player I am happy to get dumpstered on when the changes show up.
Right.
Can't wait for streamer mode too. Streamer mode's gonna be peaked. So ready.
Right?
Stream sniping Mirror Gaia to go away. Alright. What were we talking about before I got like molested by 7 slots worth of playables?
Right. How do you expect Stego to play?
Oh, right. Okay, it's a tail attacker. The last time we got a tail attacker that wasn't movement based, we got Anno, and Anno has been a problem child its entire existence, and so I don't want another immovable tail attacker because they're gonna make it too powerful. It's gonna be like super turbo busted, and I don't want that. I don't want that at all.
This is gonna sound weird, but I hope they make something like the Isle, just for the only reason is to encourage the Isle people to come back over here.
Really? I mean, that isn't that the stand still and hit like a freight train, knock you down when you get close, and then just kill you?
Well, I think maybe they'll do something along the lines of stances, and I'm hoping it's more
stances would be cool.
Aiming your tail, and I don't know. I just want the Isle people to look at pastimes and be like, hey, that looks familiar, let me give that a try.
Man, you know what's worse? The Mirror Gaia did the fast sleep.
So they had that ready to go.
So they were able to ability swap even though their creature was only sitting down.
I hope that gets fixed, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, me too. How are, like, I guess the way you fix tail attackers being able to deal with critters is just let critters be affected by stuff like knockback, right?
I would imagine.
Is there anything they can do to their combat AI other than just have them hold W at you and bite your ankles?
Oh, for critters? I mean, you could have them do like a wind-up leap, so you at least have to dodge something, or imagine a dynamo with a charge bite.
Oh man, that would be funny. I wouldn't even be mad. I'd respect it.
Might actually have to cut this short. My demon of a pet. I don't want to say his name.
You don't want to say your pet's name?
Because he'll screech, and I don't need him screeching on the screen.
Is it a bird?
No, he's a dog.
Oh my lord. Well, that's okay.
Right. Oh, there he goes.
Alright. Well, if you need to get going, then that's okay. I will be able to wrap things up here. No problem.
Alright.
Thank you for joining me,
Alright.
Alkazair. I appreciate it.
No, thank you for having me.
Yeah, anytime.
Alright, you have yourself a good night.
I will. You too.
Alright, bye.
Bye. All right, chat. Final ideas for what we think critters could do in the ecosystem once AI dinos arrive. Oh, dear God. Okay, hold on. This is, this is evil. How dare you, Monsieur Aloe? You know, it just occurred to me. I think I might die to this aloe, y'all. Yep. Can't do anything about it. Okay. Final pitches on what to do about critters. Let's hear it. Circling the player, attacking a little bit at a time. Yeah, that could help. It'd be better than the mindless face tanking we have right now. Healing station critters? I mean, we used to have that with the hot springs in Gondwa, right? We had healing stations, effectively. Smaller critters attacking in a group. Yeah, you'd have to bounce them around it, though. But yeah, that could be cool. I personally think that they're, like, I think Sileys shouldn't run straight at you. I think it would be more interesting if they only ran at you when you weren't looking at them. Like if you're not facing towards them, right? Because they're small and they're fast, and most small, fast, nimble dinos don't want to be, what's to say? You don't want to be going straight into the mouths of the big thing, right? So, like, it'd be cool if Sileys would, like, circle around you and try to get behind you instead of just trying to, like, charge at you head on. But, of course, this also assumes that they're actually able to be affected by knockback, right? I also think something that really needs to happen with critters is instead of the number of hits they take being what combat weight and then number of hits being what determines how much damage they can soak, I do think they need to have actual health values. That way the harder hitting attacks are actually meaningful against critters and AI. How do you work around for stuff like Mira or Kentro? Well, PoTcast, that would mean that Siley wouldn't approach tail-based play like tail-based playables would just be better at dealing with Sileys, right? Or they could just attack them from the front. I don't know, but you could do something with it. Small groups that hit and run. Yeah. Scavenging critters would be cool. Only show up whenever there's a dead body. The different builds and kits. I think builds and kits is going to be an AI dino thing. I don't think critters need that. But it's an idea. Yeah, critters that have dietary biases would be good. Yeah, make the bleeding playables actually, like, use bleedings, like bleed cycling, bleed stalling. That way, when they apply the bleed on you, instead of, like, chasing you and forcing you to run all, like, they're smaller, right? So instead of chasing you and forcing you to run all that bleed off while it's pursuing you, what if, in order, like, they incentivized you to chase it to run all that bleed off, right? And then maybe it could turn back around if it starts getting hit again, right? Like, it would run so long as it's not getting hit, and then if it gets hit, it turns back around. I also think critters not turning on a pivot, like on a swivel, would help. If they actually had to, like, circle, if they had turn speeds as opposed to just pivoting in place all the time, that would help a lot. Especially with the snakes. Nest raiding, yeah, that could work. You go bye-bye. Well, that's alright. That's very fair. Alright. Well, with that, chat, I think we're going to wrap things up. I know it's been a bit on the shorter side, but I think that's okay. I don't think there's much to talk about with this particular topic. And with Alka not here, I don't really want to keep going. I don't want to bog down the runtime with not cast-related stuff. So, with that, I'm going to wish you all a good night. Thank you for showing up. Thank you to all of my channel members. You guys are awesome. It is Thursday, and I have a very busy weekend ahead of me. So you guys are likely not going to see an upload or a stream until Monday. For sure, definitively this time. It's going to be a very quiet weekend. So, GG's. Y'all have a good night. It's been fun.